Remember last time I told you about the
no.
senior moment I had with the mannequin in the?
Yes, I do.
Had another moment. I've been on tour up.
Hang on, a senior moment or a mannequin moment?
No senior moment. No mannequin moments. Thank God.
There was two mannequin moments. I'd say you'd had an obsession.
Avoided mannequins.
Yeah.
I've been up in Queensland. Went to Ipswich.
Oh yeah.
The Switch.
Doing gigs.
Yeah, with
Holiday.
Brad Oakes. No, gigs.
Nice.
And then Bundaberg.
Bundaberg
was awesome.
Which was? Did you go and have some beer? What do they make?
Rum.
Rum.
And ginger beer.
Oh,
I drove past the Bundaberg ginger beer factory, and I wanted to go in because they have sampling and stuff, and I love ginger beer, and they make a lot of great soft drinks, the Bundaberg company.
Yeah.
But I was going to the beach, and I really wanted to go for a swim.
Because you've taken up my ethos, which is wherever you go
for a swim.
Go for a swim because it connects you with the environment.
Well, it also helps you sleep at night.
Do you find that?
Oh, definitely.
Getting a bit of salt on the body.
Couldn't in Ipswich because there's no beach in Ipswich.
But even if you just get into some water. Anyway.
Yeah.
So you went to and was the beach good?
Oh, it's beautiful. Callie's Beach in Bangara.
Were you the only one there?
Yeah.
Swimming by yourself?
Yeah, but it's a very... no, there were people around, but not many.
What did you wear?
Well, this is the thing. I'd lost my ball shorts, so I just wore pajama shorts.
But what?
Yeah.
But
you like a light short. No one could really tell if you.
I agree.
Looked.
I mean, so they were
They're not undies.
It was a boxer.
Yeah, kind of like a boxer, but they look like shorts.
Did it cling a bit? Did they cling when you came out of the water?
Absolutely.
So you had to give it a bit of air down there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And then I went to the supermarket wearing
You did not?
Yeah, I did.
You went in with wet pants on?
Well, actually, you know what? I went for by the time I went for a walk back to the car and then got out, they'd sort of dried enough, you know. You're in Queensland, Glenn. I mean, but the thing is, it was about 23, 24, right?
Nice,
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
No one else was swimming.
Yeah.
Because as all the Queenslanders would say, the only people swimming today are Victorians.
Yeah.
And then you go to you think, I'll be right at the supermarket, you know, and then I'm the only one wearing like bathers kind of walking around. But it's Queensland. It's very casual. It's Queensland.
It's funny. But it's weird that people say when you go to the beach in Melbourne, how far can you walk inland in your bathers? Because down the beach, because you can't wear your bathers like 2 blocks from the beach.
No.
You can't.
Well, I did, but, you know.
You had a top on, didn't you?
Oh, yeah. God, yeah.
And did you have something on your feet?
Yeah, I had shoes on.
And you had a hat on or something? No?
No hat. I had a hat, but I didn't wear it.
And where did you put your wallet?
I had a little bag. I had a little bag that I had some books in that I'd sold the night before in Ipswich. And so,
but for your own books?
Yeah, I was selling my own books, but
So
sold out.
You were carrying out a bag of books with wet pants?
No, the books were sold out the night before, Glenn.
Oh, sorry. So you had
my little bag, I had my phone, my keys,
yep,
and my wallet.
Right.
Yeah, and my glasses.
And was that a strap around or was it?
No, like a green kind of little bag. I'll show it to you.
I tell you what, you're not painting.
It's not great. No, I looked a bit special too, and I've been in the water and stuff.
Yeah.
Clean.
And what did you buy at the supermarket?
Very good. Oh, well, okay. So I was touring with Brad Oakes, and the night before in Ipswich, like we get in the car after the gig. It's not early, like 9:30.
Yeah.
He goes, I need to get some food, some let's try.
Well, when you go back to your hotel room, you've got to have something. You got to have a treat.
And so we drove around Ipswich for at least half an hour
trying
looking
to find for a treat shop.
And we found it eventually. And I said, well, look, I'm going to go to the supermarket before the gig today. What do you want? What put in your order with me and I'll get it for you.
And that would be chips.
He wanted chips. He wanted a Musashi protein bar.
Oh, yeah.
You know them?
Oh, yeah.
Cookies and cream flavour.
You think you're doing yourself a healthy thing, but I don't think you're
really.
Yeah.
But I bought fruit.
That's good.
I bought fruit, banana and apple, and some just plain chips and Diet Coke. I think that's
plain chips and Diet Coke. Well, that's good. You've got the Diet Coke.
We'd had a big lunch. We went to the pub, and he had steak, and I had like a big salad thing.
Yeah, because I thought you'd go back to lollies.
Yeah, I love lollies, but we've been eating a lot of lollies. So this was the second day of the tour. I was trying to not dry out, but if you were an alcoholic, you'd say dry out. But we're trying to stop eating all the junk food.
Right. Oh, that's good.
That's why I had salad for lunch.
Right.
And anyway.
So did something happen? Because hang on, you were.
Yeah, I had a senior moment.
A senior moment.
None of this got nothing to do with the senior moment.
But I want to paint a picture.
Paint a picture. Yeah, so anyway, the gigs were great. Bundaberg, Ipswich, great. We were in big theatres. We don't feel them at all. But we get like over 100 people, and it's fantastic.
In big theatres?
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. They all sit down the front. We have a good time. People love it.
Oh, that's good.
People love it.
Have just the two of you?
Yeah.
Just the two of you.
Yeah.
One hosts and one. And do you get
Brad
up?
starts. He does half an hour. Then he brings me on. I do about 40 or 50 minutes. Show over.
So job done.
Job done.
And you don't do a Q&A or anything at the end? No, just does he come back out again and say thank you very much?
Sometimes. We
he's
didn't this time, actually.
He's in his dressing room eating his chips.
Yeah, his chips.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So, senior moment.
So I want to get in the shower, right? And
look at
and I got, those little round soaps? You know, the little round soaps?
Yeah, they're quite hard to, they're in the crinkly paper, yep.
Well, I had already opened it, during the day.
And so you'd washed your hands or something.
Yeah. So
I go. No.
No, it's not that bad. I go to grab the soap and I start.
Yep.
I was in the shower and I leant out and I grabbed the soap and I start rubbing it on me and I'm thinking, this soap is shit house. It was a plug. Jesus. Oh, God.
Really?
No. It was a plug.
I'm glad it was a plug. Because you know what I thought happened?
No, what?
Well, I'll be honest. Can I be honest?
Yeah.
Because they're the little round ones, aren't they? They're about the size of a bit bigger than a 50-cent piece.
Yeah.
And they're not. And the reason being is the older ones were quite big, and they would be throwing a lot of soap away.
Yeah, I'm happy with it. I'm happy with a little soap.
Yeah, I thought you went, did the front, and went round the back.
Oh, it disappeared.
It disappeared.
God, no.
Yeah, well,
no.
Look, let's be honest. It could.
It could. Absolutely,
it could because it's round.
Yeah.
And it's soapy.
And if it's been worn down from another
wash,
down,
you could, if you lean too hard, you'd lose it.
Well, that's a coincidence you say that because that's what happened to the plug. Oh. Oh, play the music. Quick, get us out of here.
Welcome to Somehow Related Now. Please welcome your hosts Glenn Robbins and Dave O'Neill.
Anyway, welcome to the podcast. I should let you know when I'm touring again. I'm coming to Canberra. I'm coming to Queanbeyan with Oaksy. We're doing Marimbula.
So
that'll be good.
This little show is
it's a show that I did in a comedy festival on the Fringes and stuff.
Right.
It's a stand-up show. And nothing to write home about. And we're doing
good night out by the sound of it. Oaksy is one of the best in the country.
He's great. We're doing Marimbula. We're doing Collector, which is near Canberra.
Go to the warmer climates.
Queanbeyan.
Yeah, go to the warmer places. Get out of Melbourne while you can.
Canberra's warm though, is it?
No, Canberra's colder. Canberra, yeah.
Anyway, look, we should get our topics here. We could wrap it on all day.
But you've been to the War Museum up there?
No, I don't think I have for a long time. I'll go check it out this time.
Yeah, I think you should. Yeah. I'm not sure what else is good in Canberra.
Oh, there's plenty to do.
Oh, yeah, I bet you normally pop in.
Old Parliament.
You go, you pop in there and see your mate. The last time you were there, you saw your mate.
My neighbour, the immigration minister, absolutely.
Yeah.
But he might be a bit busy. He's always in the paper.
Yeah.
They started to do cartoons of him.
Oh, really? He's made it to that.
He's made it to the cartoon level.
That's a worry, isn't it?
Yeah. So he may be a bit busy, but I love all that politics stuff. Old Parliament's great.
I wouldn't mind.
And Oaksy, he's into that kind of stuff too. So we can have a bit of a tour.
Last time I was in Canberra, I did a gig. I can't remember what it was, some sort of comedy awards, comedy newcomers, and I was driving out there with
the green faces, was it?
Yeah, that's right.
I don't think they do that anymore, but I remember doing that.
Yeah, and then driving out there, and the guy picked me up in the car, and we're driving along. And he goes, "Oh yeah, g'day mate, how are you? Glenn Robbins here, no fine." Last time I did it, Bob Franklin. Geez, a funny bloke that Bob Franklin. He did this routine. I was hilarious. Oh, yeah, that's good. And so then he comes to the gig, stands up the back, watches the whole show. Then we get in the car to drive back after the show, and he goes, "I'll tell you another funny thing that Bob Franklin did." I went,
I was just on, mate.
Mate, can you just maybe say one thing that I said was funny? And you've picked it up where you left before. Obviously, Bob Franklin. Of course, I'm not saying Bob Franklin isn't a legend and isn't funny, but you know when to tell the story. You don't go back.
That's bad. Yeah, that's just like. So is this what you do full time?
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
right.
Would have thought about that. Anyway.
I mean, everyone has rough ones, don't they? But anyway, that's all right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, well, good night. What did that woman say to me? What did she say one night? She goes, Great. Mick Malloy, hilarious. Jeff Stilson, hilarious. You, disappointing.
That's what she said. That's pretty rough.
And you know what? I reckon she was right.
On that night.
What had happened was I'd broken my leg.
Oh.
But I still had to do the tour. So I had to get up and do gigs with a
That's
broken
hard.
leg. And it was hard getting on stage, hard getting off stage. So it was just hard. I don't think I was great.
No, but you've got your mind on something else.
Yeah,
you're injured.
You're just worried about not falling off stage.
Well, you're recovering.
Yeah. But yeah, so it was like, but she made a point of coming up to tell me. I didn't go up and say, hey, what'd you think? You know, she goes, you, disappointing.
Were you hosting?
I was hosting.
Yeah, people that host comedy nights. A guy I went to high school with said to me, how long have you been introducing comedians for? I said, no, mate, I'm a comedian as well. People don't think you're a comedian when you're a host.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
I used to enjoy emceeing.
I like emceeing
Yeah,
too.
because
I don't mind it.
it's a bit freer.
Yeah, and if you go a bit shit, you go, anyway, here he is, Mick Malloy, ladies and
Yeah,
gentlemen. Woo!
yeah. If it's
You
going downhill,
fuck
you
off.
just bring somebody on. So where are we up to? What have we have we had the music?
haven't-
Had the music?
We've got to say hello and welcome to the podcast.
Yes.
This is somehow related. We get two topics, and we've got to work out how they are related.
Yes.
It's a really unique idea.
And we've been getting lots of lovely reviews of late, so
Oh,
thanks for that. And
thanks for that.
yeah, it's been good. And people have been saying lovely things. That you learn something. Been saying it's funny. One guy said he warned. He said, "Don't listen to this in public because you'll burst out
okay.
laughing." And
That's
you know,
good.
that's good to hear. You
Well,
know.
let's get our topics, Sam. What are they?
Greeting cards and a wheelbarrow full of posies.
It's very weird.
It's very specific.
Very specific. Pansies, they're that purple flower.
I
They're quite cute pansies.
What do
They're
they look
purple.
like? They look
They're
ruffled
purple.
paper.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and they're purple.
They tend to be purple, pink, violet-y kind
What
of.
has it got to do with the? So is that the cliched image of? Is that a thing
in the
you do?
wheelbarrow? Yes, it is. So I remember when I was delivering pamphlets, there was a guy who used to put pansies in a little wheelbarrow, sort of ornamental out the front of his house. You occasionally see that.
Yeah.
It's sort of old school, real old school.
And is that the sort of thing if you had a Devonshire
Tea
place,
Yeah.
you might put a wheelbarrow out the front with some.
Yes. Or
Yeah.
if you were Dutch. Remember the Dutch used to love it, buddy. They'd love it, all that sort of stuff.
So is there a meaning in that? I'm not
I
up
don't
on
know.
wheelbarrow pansies.
Yeah, maybe that's a secret thing from the war. But, you know, when you see people with ornamental stuff outside the front of the house, we don't see that anymore. Remember people used to have, like, letterboxes made out of shells? You used to have, like a swan or a pelican, concrete in your front lawn.
Yeah, no, that was a real thing, wasn't it? The house had a name sometimes.
Yeah.
I know in Bali, whenever they often put out sacrifices every day.
Yeah, yes. Yeah, but that's part of their religion, isn't it?
Yeah, they burn incense and stuff.
I don't think the pansies in a wheelbarrow are some sort of
It must have some
sacrifice.
history, though. It must mean something.
I mean, generally, I assume you put them in a little wheelbarrow because you don't have any ground to put them in. So maybe for flats and apartments and stuff.
Is there soil in there?
Yeah.
Or are they just in little pots by themselves?
No, they're normally in soil.
And am I right in saying it's not your classic Bunnings wheelbarrow? It's
It's an ornamental one.
and made of wood?
No, they're little metal ones, aren't they? The
Oh, a little
ones that-
baby middle one, like the kids have?
Yeah. And so you see, I remember this guy near us, he used to have little wheelbarrows with flowers, and he had some garden gnomes, you know, that kind of stuff going on.
I got to say, he sounds creepy.
Yeah. He's trying to attract children, Hansel and Gretel
I
style.
reckon he might be.
Yeah.
Okay, let's break it down. Wheelbarrows. Have you got a wheelbarrow?
No.
No, either have I. I reckon if you've got a wheelbarrow, you're a bit more real deal handyman, aren't you? If you've got a wheelbarrow, you're shifting earth.
The bloke next door, they're just renovating and moving in, he had a wheelbarrow the other day because he was putting his own turf down. And I wanted to ask him, where'd you get that from? Did you hire that or did you have that wheelbarrow?
Yeah.
Because to have a wheelbarrow is, well, look, both our dads would have had wheelbarrows.
Oh,
so-
my dad. The good ones had a pump-up tyre.
Yes.
And the other ones just had the average one just had a bit of a metal. They were made from metal.
Yeah. And then remember, occasionally Dad would put you in it and wheel you around.
Oh, was there anything better than that?
Oh,
And then
Good times.
invariably, it's
You'd
not
fall
safe
out.
because
No, you'd
you
tip
can
over.
you go sideways. The last time I was with a wheelbarrow, and this is bringing it back to me again, when they had Russell Coight, we had a dummy made for the stunts, and they used to carry the dummy Russell Coight around in a wheelbarrow. I've got vision of me sitting there. I'm dressed as Russell Coight, and the dummy one comes past me
Wow.
in a wheelbarrow. Don't ever kill someone. Moving a body is really hard.
Oh, it's heavy.
It's heavy. So moving the dummy Russell Coit was really hard.
There's a tip, though, if you do kill someone, the wheelbarrow.
Well, hire a wheelbarrow because then you can go further into the bush to get rid of the body.
Well, you know when I did that gig in Gippsland, they have these big blokes lunches, and that famous detective spoke.
Iddles.
Yes, Ron Iddles.
I'm a fan.
Yeah. Well, his talk is pretty full on.
Oh, because he's the guy that solved every murder except for one.
Well, according to him, yeah. And he's like, I was called to the address. There they were, their mother and father, lying on their backs, murdered, shot. But someone had put a towel over their faces. Now, I said straight away to the other detectives, that is someone very close to them because they cannot handle what they've done to
Good
these
observation.
people. And sure enough, the next day we arrested their son. So I get up there and I go, well, everyone, there's a bit of a tip. If you're going to murder your parents or a close relative, do not put a towel over their faces.
Good tip. Don't put it. Yeah.
Don't put a towel over their faces because Ron will turn up and go, hey, we know that's someone close to them. Anyway, so wheelbarrow.
So,
One of the wheelbarrow races at Scouts. Remember the wheelbarrow race? That was always hard.
That's where you had to hang on to someone's back legs.
Yes, and you had to walk on your hands.
And the guy up the wheelbarrow was doing it hard. And then you'd fall over and you'd fall into a position
Brutal.
Which was kind of sexual.
You'd rather egg and spoon, wouldn't you? Or the sack race.
Sack race, not great either. Egg and spoon. There's a spoon, egg on a spoon, and you had to run down.
Not great.
Was that in Scouts?
Yeah, that was Scouts. Yeah, egg and spoon, sack. Often when they'd have remember they had father and son night, and you'd have to go along and bring your dad to Scouts. My dad was already there because he's the Scout leader. There was always that one sad kid who had no dad.
I don't reckon I had no. He didn't ask him why he didn't have a dad.
No, I couldn't ask him.
Is it like that? Was like the time that I was checking out at Bunnings, and the girl goes, "I know you from somewhere," and I said, "Oh, maybe." She said, "No, I really know you from somewhere," and then I said to her, "Okay, I'll be honest with you, I'm your dad." And she goes, no, you can't be. He got deported.
Well, I'm back.
Oh, no. I brought up, trauma.
I just
got deported.
I just came in a case for the Bunnings deliveries.
Just to make a bit of a joke for my own gain. I upset the girl. And then I just walked off going, I've upset her day.
You weren't to know the dad was deported. That's very unusual.
Yeah, but it's a bit spooky also saying, oh, by the way, I'm your dad. It's kind of something some creepy stalker would say.
Yeah.
Anyway. It didn't get a laugh, so it was a...
Move on.
Perhaps. Wheelbarrow. Moving earth. Used by... If you're putting earth into a wheelbarrow... Do you reckon I reckon it's more domestic than it is... do they use wheelbarrows on work sites?
Yeah, they still do, I reckon.
Do they?
You see them, yeah, absolutely. Especially... Well, the one next door to us, doing a reno, they had wheelbarrows. They had a wheelbarrow. It's just good for transporting stuff, like you said.
So you're shoveling it in there.
Well, tiles, lawn.
And then you get a bit of speed up, and then when you've got to tip it out, you push hard because you can get it. Because you don't want to go on the side. You want to go front forward over the wheel, don't you?
And dumping rubbish into the skip, they'd have that bit of board going up to the skip where that was always dangerous. We had to run the wheelbarrow up to the skip.
You had to know what you were doing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Don't tip it over, you idiot. Oh, he's tipped it over, the young apprentice.
He got halfway up the bit of board.
Oh, bloody dickhead.
Oh, come around here. I'll show you how you do it, you idiot.
Young blokes.
Yeah. The older ones were made from wood. Like the ones, the Dutch ones, yeah?
Yeah.
Almost like old fence.
Wheelbarrows. Someone must have...
I don't know who invented the wheelbarrow.
And what else can we say about pansies? Not much. Good, beautiful flower. They can grow in Australia. They wouldn't be native to Australia.
Are we saying that wheelbarrows and pansies are it? The only flower you put into a wheelbarrow is a pansy?
No, you can also have they do tend to be those colourful flower like carnations, and you never see roses in a wheelbarrow, do you?
No, you don't.
No, you don't. It's more those sort of, like what you said, that floppy kind of looking flower go in a wheelbarrow. You don't see roses.
You don't see roses.
You see tulips in a wheelbarrow occasionally. Again, that might be a Dutch thing. Yes, I've seen tulips in a wheelbarrow.
You don't see sunflowers? No. What about irises?
No, too big, too tall. You need those lower lying. Listen to us.
Chrysanthemum?
We're experts on what flowers go in a wheelbarrow.
Well, we discuss big issues. We don't want to be giving the listeners a
bum steer.
Bum steer.
No, I don't want anyone to turn this off and go to the nursery and go, can I get a wheelbarrow full of chrysanthemums? Well, actually, it's just chulip and pansies.
Here's a question. Here's a question that you may know the answer to, and I don't know the answer to. Is a pansy an annual, a perennial, or a biennial?
I reckon it's perennial. I reckon it's all year round.
So take us through that terminology.
Well, perennial's all year round.
I mean, it means that
The
you put
flowers
them in
all the time.
So you're good.
Yeah, flowers all the
You're
time.
man of
But
the world.
roses, no. They don't flower all the time.
Annual or every annual?
They're annual.
Annual. Flowers the good flowers flower through all 4 seasons
Yeah, like, say, lavender.
until Dad hits them with a lawnmower.
More like a wheat, yeah.
Then there is biennial, which would be every second year,
Oh, wow.
wouldn't it?
Really?
That'd be the bi part, wouldn't
What's
it?
What's that one that only comes once a year and it's purple and it's beautiful and it's in that movie Lantana? What were those flowers? They're beautiful.
Isn't it called? It's not called lantana.
No, the Lantana is a flower though, isn't it? Or a bush?
I think
a
it is.
tree
It's a
or
bush.
something?
Is it a flower? Oh, there are flowers.
What's that purple one that you only see it? It's real Aussie, and you see it. There's some around here, and you see it once a year, and they're so beautiful.
Oh dear.
And Kieran always goes, "Oh, there they are! Look, it's the No, I
It's
can't.
the
remember. I'm
one-
having a noble moment when it comes to flowers.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Someone will be screaming at the. Let's ask Sam. Let's ask Sam.
You're thinking of jacaranda trees.
well,
That's it, the jacaranda.
I've got a jacaranda at the front of my house,
Oh.
and there are purple flowers, and they are a pain in the ass
Yeah.
because they drop. There are tons of them. So then they get wet. You got to walk down the front path through purple squelch.
Yeah.
And then you walk them through the house.
Yeah, they're beautiful though.
They are beautiful. I mean, and I'll tell you, here's the tip about jacaranda. If you cut back a jacaranda, it doesn't like it. It shits itself and it won't flower very much the next year.
Wow.
Because the man up the road said to me, hey, because in my area, this is interesting, in my area, every time a new baby was born, they planted a jacaranda. So there are jacarandas all through.
Yeah, there are a lot in your area.
Yeah,
Something
yeah. And he walked down the street and said, hey, how come yours is not... It felt like the mafia was moving in. What's with what's with your jacaranda?
Was it a jacaranda, mate?
Yeah, we have jacaranda. It's not because we put on a bit of a show here. All the rest of us, we put out all our purple flowers come out. Yours ain't so good this year. And then I had to admit that I had to cut it back from the guttering because it gets those purple flowers in your guttering. Perfect to clock up your guttering.
In your pool too?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, and on the tennis court, and in the second garage, and like the motorbike garage, like, you know, and where I park my golf buggy, it gets covered. You know, it's, you know,
Glenn's house is massive.
My archery range, that's pathetic, isn't it?
Your vineyard.
My vineyard is just awash.
Servants'
with
quarter.
with jacaranda.
What's random dudes planting trees when a baby's born? Who was doing that?
Yeah, I know. It's weird, isn't
Random
it?
guy.
But I must admit, it's a real feature at our place.
Oh, it's beautiful. Yeah, it's
because you
beautiful.
walk under it.
I've seen
I've
it.
canopied it.
Now that I think about it, I've seen it.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's the sort of thing, good tree to have a picnic under and until they flower with their annoying purple flowers.
Well, I think we've done flowers and wheelbarrows.
Have we really?
Oh, I think we have. We've talked a lot.
Do you think that if it was a meal, have we served up a whole meal?
I think we have.
You reckon we've had meat, 2 veg?
I think we have.
Okay.
Let's go greeting cards. When was the last time you got a greeting card? My kids make cards for...
I don't buy them anymore. I make them.
Oh, you make them?
I make them. Sonia says to me, "Can you make up one of your special cards?"
Oh, what? I've never had one. What have they got on it? My kids draw pictures and stuff.
Oh,
and,
yeah, well, that's where it came from.
Yeah.
Romy started it, and I copied her. She used to do drawn ones,
Yeah.
which I've still got on my wall. Beautiful.
Oh, great.
And then that led to me doing I took her idea, totally her idea, and then I did get a photograph, and then you have to print it on the right angle, on the right, when you do the printer.
Stock footage or like photos of her kids or something like that?
Yeah, family photos.
Yeah, okay, I get it.
Mainly single shots of me.
God, I hope you're very careful picking out the photos. You don't want those dick pics turning up and the kids, you know. Although Glenn's been arrested.
Oh, no, but then you have to do it. You have to print it in the right way so it will fold
I get
to
it.
make a proper fold.
Oh, you're good.
Yeah, and then if it's a bit big, I go, do I go border, no border, yes border, and then I go over there, and then I cut it. And it's always a bit out, which makes it like homemade. Makes it
Wow.
like I call my a hand cut card.
You're having like a craft afternoon at your joint. It's a whole
I
afternoon.
find them lying around the house.
Don't, Selena, I'm bloody making the card. I'm doing the card.
Interrupt me. I am creating art.
Doing the
here.
card.
Yeah, you got to make sure I get the right photo because I, on occasion, I've gone back to the same photo 2 or 3 times, and so I've overused that photo.
Yeah, I've had my partner say, well, I got the present, you've got to make the card. Okay,
So
that's all right.
now, when she says you make the card, what does that mean?
Well, I just get a bit of paper or cardboard, and I tend to draw a picture on the front of like one of the cats.
Oh, you're set up for trouble there because she's an artist.
Yeah, she should be really doing it. But anyway,
She could do it in 2 seconds.
You're right, but I draw a picture of the cats, or I don't know, one of their teddy bears, or I've drawn
Oh, you're good.
Geelong footballers for my daughter.
Have you got a good hand?
No, I'm pretty average. But
So do you use a colouring pencil or what do you use?
yeah, look,
texter?
whatever's around, basically.
Because I did some colouring in the other day because I really had nothing to do. I did a bit of colouring in. I pulled out some because my mother was big at colouring in.
Yeah, it's
And
the oldies.
the thing, my late mother, and that was her favourite thing to do in her final day. So I got the coloured pencils and a couple of her books, and I pulled out some of her pencils. I must admit, I like a soft coloured pencil. I don't want a hard one. I want a Derwent. Remember Derwents?
Yeah, I love Derwents.
Derwents were like top shelf,
The best.
rolled gold, the best.
Yeah.
So you are doing it with texture or are you doing it with pencil?
Normally, a bit of both sometimes.
Because
It's
your
whatever's lying
house having got
around.
kids, you'd have a selection of all
Yeah,
that
it's
stuff.
everything. But what you can grab at the moment, it's more the sentiment. And I try and put jokes in there. And
I do a little funny. Do you do a joke in the front then a reveal?
Sometimes, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Happy birthday, and then you open up. It's like it's not your birthday; it's my birthday. Or
that's
something
funny.
Like that,
Yeah.
like, I got you this. A
Yeah.
special present inside.
Oh, Dad of the Year.
But I'm trying to think of when I got a greeting, like a
Oh, like a card that you get from
Christmas
Walmart?
card. I got a few Christmas cards. I got one from my brother, the Glenn overseas.
A Christmas card.
Yeah, Christmas card.
Yeah.
My
But even-
mum
I
and
remember
dad
back
used to
in-
get hundreds of them.
Back in the day, I remember friends of mine, they used to put a bit of string up
Yes.
across the lounge room.
Yes.
And it was kind of like a status symbol, how many cards you got. And they would get like, I don't know, 50.
It's an old person thing. Mum was still getting them in the
Yeah.
nursing home.
Yeah.
Stacks of
Hope you
them.
have a wonderful Christmas.
And then she said, you have to get me some cards and I've got to write them all out
yeah,
and send them
my
out.
mum loved doing that too.
Yeah, they love
and
it.
and just sit down. They have a lovely afternoon writing a few words and bit of an
And
update.
my mother-in-law used to get them. We didn't get these, but my mother-in-law used to get them, but also used to get the family newsletter with the update on the family. Remember
That's
that?
a great idea.
You ever seen them?
No.
I think it must be a church thing because she would say, "Oh, I've got some newsletters." I was obsessed. So it'd be like an A4. Sometimes people would print up 2 A4 sheets. For example, it would say, "Was your family?" Glenn's enjoyed a wonderful year with his partner Selena. They went on holidays to Bali, and then it'd be like, Neil's business is going really well. And so, but often that they were like, so you'd read all these ones, and you could read between the lines when things weren't going that well for
yes.
Gary or whatever.
Yeah,
like
Gary.
Gary
is so courageous.
so courageous and has embraced being single again. His lawnmower business is not happening at the moment, but he's looking into future opportunities. Tess is overseas and, working in a bar in London. Oh, they were great. Those
Well,
family newsletters were the best.
See, that would be, and then Facebook has taken that over.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and I'm not on Facebook, and and they don't send the family letter anymore. So, I'm out of luck. I'm so out of kilter. So
when was the last time you went into a shop? I went into a shop to buy a greeting card. What was it for? Might have been for Mum wanted a card.
There are still news agents that have a huge section of cards.
Yeah, I was in one the other day.
I'll tell you what, the price has gone up too.
Oh, yeah.
If you buy a greeting card, are you blank boy, or are you? Do you let the card do the work for you?
I don't mind a bit of a saying,
like something sent with a bit of sentiment, like "May the sun be shining on your back."
Yeah.
Or one of those.
So sad. Yeah. I think I bought one for someone who'd passed away. Her mum wanted one. I had to go get one from the newsagents.
And you.
Yeah, so it's in memoriam. In
yeah,
memoriam.
yeah.
Thinking of you.
Yeah, but I must admit, of late, which I don't buy them that much, I'm a blank guy.
You're a blank guy.
Yeah, I just go, it's simpler, it's easier. And because, for want of a better word, some of the cards are a bit tizzy.
Yeah, but now there's a lot of funny ones, though, aren't there?
Well, are there?
Well, it started, Gary,
Larson.
Larson used to have a lot of funny ones.
Can you still find Larson
yeah.
cartoons?
And now they have, like, sort of ironic ones with, like, 1950s women washing the dishes, and it has, well, I'm having a great time. You know, that kind of stuff.
Ah, yeah, there are
that kind of
those.
stuff,
Yeah, no, they're
which are funny.
which are good, and
Yeah.
it does the heavy lifting for you.
Yeah.
You're away. You've got a bit of a laugh.
Yeah. We got Dad what he really wanted for Christmas, you know, and then you open it up and it's like, I don't know, something. Ticket to out of here or something, you know.
Then there was a period of pop-up ones.
Oh, the pop-up cards were great.
Yeah, pop-up.
And they play a tune, some of them.
Yeah, I know. That's when they're getting desperate. I reckon, ran out of ideas.
We got one, someone gave our daughter one, and it would play the Geelong Football Club theme when you opened it.
Not great. Not really. Marriage, deaths, Valentine was
Valentine,
big.
get well.
Father's Day, Mother's Day,
Yeah.
anniversary.
Imagine writing greeting cards. That used
I
to
mean,
be, that used
do
to be a
that-
real job for like comedy writers, writing the
Yeah,
funny
they would
ones.
sit there and come
Yeah.
up with jokes
Yeah.
and do a little cartoon. And, you know, last of them were great because, you know what we could do?
What?
Somehow related cards.
Oh, yeah,
On
we
the
could.
front.
We could.
We would go. What would we do?
could we do?
What did we do last week? Last week we did
Popeye and
Popeye
Jeeps.
and Jeeps. So you'd have a picture of Popeye saying "Happy Birthday," and he'd be riding around in a Jeep, and then
Oh, they give the answer on
yeah,
the
and
inside.
yeah.
I like it, but
No, when I say it doesn't sound that good, does it? Doesn't really. Yeah.
be a bit confusing to see like a card with Rudolph Hess and Olivia Newton-John. What? I mean, it'd be intriguing. What is the connection?
How do you go with an office signing card? Because remember they used to have those really big ones.
Yeah, Jenny's leaving. Got to put in $10.
Yeah.
Who's Jenny?
And you would just go, yeah. And did you always try and say something funny?
Yeah, I tried. Yeah.
I always tried to say something funny, then I'd run out of room. And then you'd have
Yeah.
to squeeze it up right up
Yeah.
the edge of the card, and sort of the writing goes down a bit as you bend around and, you know, try to fit it in.
Yeah.
And you look around and go, who else has been funny? No one else. Or, hey, he was funnier than me. Wish I'd thought of that joke.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. There's often some funny ones in there.
I remember when I was a kid. How often did you not get? And this wouldn't. Does this happen any now? You get $5, $20.
Oh, from Nana.
Yeah.
Oh, that
And
was
what's
great.
the going rate?
It'd be 20 now, I reckon.
I thought it'd be 50. In a
Depends on the relative, I reckon, and how. 20 for
30?
a kid. No,
Yeah.
30's too much.
What's
20's heaps for a kid. It's heaps.
What's that Stephen Wright joke where the grandfather grabs a little grandson and goes, "Here's $20. Don't tell your mum." And the kid goes, "It's going to cost you more than that."
That's funny. And what's another great joke that the punchline is? Read the card. Read the card. Remember that punchline?
Oh yeah.
Oh, anyway, well, we won't go into that one.
It's been pulled out of an inappropriate place, is it?
with flowers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we all know what that one
Read
is.
the card.
Okay.
All right, let's have some thinking music. What should we do? Hang
Oh,
on.
geez, Will.
Cards. Well, let's do a make-believe where the guy, I'd love to get into the minds of someone who writes greeting cards.
I'd love to, because we've got this image of, we all have, a greeting cards. There's someone sitting there just writing a whole lot of stuff up and putting it into the boss, and the boss
Today's
rejecting.
get well,
Yeah.
get well.
What are we doing? Oh, we're doing birthdays this week.
Yeah.
Well, we're doing anniversaries next week. Today's, Father's Day. So they would be, like with any show, they'd be pitching their ideas.
Yeah.
And they'd probably send them off to the cartoon department, and they do a little cartoon.
But I wonder if someone's been let go or sacked for being inappropriate.
Oh, you're saying that they're... Yeah, that's good. So someone has had a bit of a day out, or it's just been doing crude stuff.
Yeah, crude stuff. Yeah.
All right,
Yeah,
so
okay,
I'll
you
be
guy.
I'll be the writer.
I'll be the head of Hallmark. We haven't even mentioned Hallmark, which is the number one card manufacturer. Can you think of any other card makers apart from Hallmark?
No, I'm sure there are a lot out there.
Yeah, but
So you'll be... What's your name?
I'll be Roger
Hallmark.
Stevens.
Oh, I thought his name
Oh,
would
Roger
be
Hallmark.
Roger Hallmark.
CEO of Hallmark.
Yes. Okay.
And what's your name? Tony.
I'll be Tony.
Tony, okay.
And I come in.
Yeah,
to see
you come
Roger.
in. Here we
Yeah.
go. Come in, Tony.
Well, great to see you, Mr. Hallmark. And I've got to say, it's such a pleasure to work here.
Yes,
And
well-
I've loved working here, and I hope I continue to work here for many
Well,
more years to come,
Tony-
because it is the job of my life.
Okay,
and,
Tony, thank you.
yeah.
Tony, stop talking.
gee.
As you know, I'm the CEO of this company, and we
Well,
are a proud greeting card company that has branched off into movies and stuff. But let's not talk about that. I'm here about cards. And look, some of your cards of late have been slightly inappropriate.
Oh, well, I'm experimental. I try everything. I try a bit of funny. I try a bit sentimental.
Okay, well, let's start with the birthdays. We've had complaints. For example, this one, you're turning 3, are you still shitting your pants? Now, that's slightly inappropriate, isn't it?
Is it authentic? I think it is.
We
is
had
it
to
real?
call them back.
Is that someone?
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll move up to the 21st card.
This is another.
All right, okay.
Sure,
Happy 21st.
Yes.
You're still a virgin. Ha ha. Now, again, Tony.
You read that at his 21st speech. You put $20 in there. The job is done.
Inappropriate. What about this one? Wedding card. You know, which is a time of amazing time, isn't it?
Yep.
Congratulations on your marriage. Then in brackets, 2/3 of marriages end in divorce. Good luck.
Well, it's true. You don't need to look very far to realise that marriage does not work. And people need to... we have a responsibility with the integrity of Hallmark to let people know that they're probably going to fail.
But then we're all about optimism and positivity. Then, this retirement card, you're just a little bit too blunt.
Yes.
Good luck on your retirement. In brackets, no one like you, you grumpy old prick. Now, that's not right, is
I'm
it?
laughing.
Why
aren't you laughing?
I'm not laughing because we've had these cards sent back from the news agents.
Are people complaining?
Yeah, people are complaining. But this one...
Jeez, you've got a lot of cards.
Oh, my God. These are all yours, Tony.
A box full on the floor there.
Get well, but the odds aren't good. Now, that's not right.
Well, when you look at the odds of late, we've had a bad period, with illness and everything. A lot of people went through that whole COVID thing.
And remember, because you were stuffing up so many of these general ones, we got you on this very specific card.
Yes, I remember that day.
You
chose me specially.
Now, these are you only have 1 or 2 of these in the news agent, so people have a very limited choice. So listen, happy birthday to my beloved stepson.
Yes.
In brackets, you're not my blood child and I don't like you that much. It's not great, is it?
Well, again, they need to know the reality because they could make the mistake. I think I'm doing a community service by letting these people go. What's the gist of all this? I thought I was coming in for a pay rise. I thought I was doing a great job. I mean,
we're going to have to let you go.
Let me go?
Yeah, we're going to have to let you go. But
I'm sacked.
You're sacked, Tony. But the good news is we've got you a card. There you go. Have a look.
Have a look. Oh, $5. Is that my superannuation?
That's fallen out. Yep, that's yours.
Superannuation. And what is it?
Well, read the card.
We wish you luck, but in reality, we don't give up. Oh, what? Hey, that's inappropriate.
You wrote that.
I wrote that.
You wrote
and
that.
Now you're giving me your own card.
Goodbye, Tony. Wow. What a job. Tony's very good at his cards. You wrote a lot of bad stuff.
You were good the way you kept on pulling those cards out. It was good. You're a good improver. That was very impressive. You and old jokes.
Oh, God.
Very good.
Plenty of old jokes. Okay, what is your answer? We haven't even had the answers, have we?
Well, we haven't got the answer.
What? Okay, I reckon that was the first ever greeting card. Had a photo of a wheelbarrow with pansies on it.
I'm going to say even more. I reckon out of all the images that can you put on a flag, that is the number one image that you can put on a greeting card.
Wow. What is the answer, Sam?
Glenn's got it again. Since its debut in 1939, the greeting card with the wheelbarrow full of posies has earned its place as the best-selling greeting card in history. 30 million and counting.
Oh, well, you're right.
Well, there you go. Yeah.
Gee.
You have been listening to Somehow Related with Glenn Robbins and Dave O'Neill.
I don't know, but let's just say it was your birthday, and I was going to get you a card for your birthday.
I don't want that.
Yeah. Well, do you want a wheelbarrow with pansies on it?
I think it's more for... I reckon... It was probably a Mother's Day card originally, or for mums or something, wasn't it?
A bloke can't... Yeah, it was. But can a bloke buy another bloke a card? A girl can buy a girl a card.
A man can buy a man a card. I'll get you one with a person on a surfboard. You know?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, a guy on a motorbike. Remember when you were a 15-year-old, Nana used to get those cards, and all of a sudden you gone from teddy bears to a man on a motorbike? Man on a motorbike. And then when you get your generation, someone playing golf.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
someone playing golf.
Yeah.
Someone playing golf.
Oh, yeah. All the good things in life,
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
But nowadays, doesn't happen.
No.
Doesn't happen at all.
Kids probably get a digital card from their nana or something.
A what?
A digital.
Hello, Nana. Come over here. Here's your card. Whoa!
Oh, no, thank you. Oh.